What's up, YouTube? I'm back here with a deck profile on gravekeepers. This time around, I just made them. It wasn't mainly because of regionals. It's just I wanted to wait a while, and I didn't really like them. But then I got my hand on Recruiter, and that's a basic card in here that's loved and hate by others. But gravekeepers. This is my own build. It's 43 cards. Really bad, probably. But I don't know, for some reason I can't do 40. But if you have any suggestions on what to take out, what to add in, besides what I say I would add in and take out, I'll take it into consideration. This is just, I just play, it's not for tournament right now, but it is competitive. I just built it like yesterday, so there will be some, I don't know, something bad with it, but this is what I thought I just came up with, and it might be similar to other people's build. I don't know. Alright, so 3 Gravekeeper Spy. Obviously this is the main card of the deck. He gets flipped by them attacking. Whatever you bring out can't get bottomless. That's a real good thing. Only when you flip it yourself they can bottomless whatever you bring out. And you can get so many things depending on what you have on the field. If you have on a Descendant on the field, you flip him, get a Recruiter, pop a Recruiter, get a card, plus you destroy a card on their side of the field. So really good. 3 guards. Some people run 2. I mean, 3 for me is really good because I love bouncing back my opponent's monster, especially after they successfully synchro summoned, I just like bouncing their monsters. It's just fun. It's like they think they're gonna get over you. They might kill him, but they're gonna lose the card as well. I play 3. Oh, I got that icy one, the ulti. Only one, but 3 rarities, common, rare, and ulti. Whatever. But I play 3. Some people play 2 and then 3 Necro Valley. I only play 2 Necro Valley in this deck. But he's still, when Necro Valley's out on the field, plus Solidarity that I will get to in a bit, he's really strong. He's at 29. Even just to bait a bottomless is good. And then you still have 2 to pitch for Necro Valley. But I draw into Necro Valley a lot. Especially when I have these guys. It's an instant Necro Valley. But I still want to have a beater, so that's why I run 2. If anything, I'll take 1 out and put a 3rd one of him. I only run 2 Recruiters. Recruiters is really good. For those of you that don't know what he do, basically whenever you control him and he's sent to the graveyard, you get to add a Gravekeeper monster with 15 or less defense from your deck to your hand. Really good, because when you tribute him for Descendant to destroy one of your opponent's card, you basically destroy one of your opponent's card, then get a monster to your hand. So it's like you don't lose anywhere. And he's nice defense if you always want to set him with Necro Valley. His 2000 defense, I mean, people can't get over that, but 2000 is 2000, His attack is 12 alone, 17 with Necro, and then I have Solidarity, which I can make him easily 25 beater. But you use them to get your cards out. I have 2 Assailant. Some people run 3. I only run 2. I like his effect and all, but most of the time I tribute him with Descendant. I don't know. Sometimes he's really good to get over your opponent, especially since I do have Solidarity in here. Makes him 28, so he can get over a couple things, especially with Solidarity and Necro Valley out. He's really nice. Sorry that it's blurry. I don't know what's going on. I have 1 Descendant. I would bump it up to 2, but he seems to stick around a lot. So him getting killed, and then you have Gravekeeper still, you can always get him back. I have 1 Visionary. Some people don't play him. I think that tributing Recruiter for him, come on now, it depends on how many Gravekeepers you have in the grave, but he gains 200 for each Gravekeeper, plus Necro Valley, plus Solidarity. He becomes a monster, and he can't be destroyed you know, if you have gravekeepers in your hand. And I don't run that many gravekeepers here, but when you have Stell, you will have enough to ditch for him. Chief. Chief, he is good. I would run 2, but I don't know. I'm trying to test out the deck as is now. But Chief is really good because, I mean, come on, think about it. If you, let's say you have a Descendant on the field already, summon Chief. You know, tribute, Recruiter for Chief. You know, then get Recruiter back, then Descent Recruiter, pop your opponent's monster, and you get 2 cards off of that. So, really good. 2, Necro Valley. You know, stops most decks from, you know, digging in their graveyard unless you're mirror matching, but it stops most. Some people will run 3. I would run 3, but I choose you know, when to activate it, and you know, I don't get scared of getting MST'd or anything. Plus, if they waste the MST on this, I have other cards here that they should be worried about. I have 3 Book of Moon. You know, basic flip spy and stuff, like reuse spy, stop them from synchroing. I have 2 Solidarities. They're all spellcasters in this deck, so this works out really great. And then if they MST this, then that's 1 MST they wasted that they won't use on Necro Valley. This is a proxy for another Stell. I can't find my other Stell. But if I couldn't find the Stell, I could use this, assuming Necro Valley's not out. You know, they're all dark, and most of the good ones are less than 15, but 2 Stells. I have 2 Royal Tribute. Don't use 3, just because I only have 2 Necro Valleys, so this just goes 2 and 2. You know, and then if a Necro Valley's not out and I have a 3rd one, it'll be a dead draw. But this basically says while Necro Valley's out, you activate it, both players have to discard all their monsters. For you, doesn't matter because you have this, so you can get 2 at a time. But your opponent, you get this, Necro Valley, Stell, at least 2 Gravekeepers, or 3. No, 2 Gravekeepers. Basically, you just tell your opponent F you, because you're going to drop all his monsters, and you're going to have a way to get your monsters back. So that's a really good card. Some people don't like playing it. I don't know why. Some people play 3. You know, good luck to you. If you have 3 Necro Valleys, of course, then that's fine. I have 1 MST and 1 Bait Doll. And you can tell, I mean, MST is a 1-use thing, quick play, really nice. But Bait Doll forces the hell out of Solemn. You get me? So let's say I activate Bait Doll, your opponent has Solemn on the field. They're going to be like, I'm not going to negate that, you know? But this forces them to pay half of their life points automatically to negate. I'm not sure if it goes back in the deck. Actually, it does go back in the deck after it forces the activation of the card. I'm not sure. I'll check rulings on that. But really good card. And it gets reused. So essentially I have like how many times I draw this times MST. You get me? So it's really good for me. You know, staple Dark Hole. Reborn staple, you know, off of not having Necro Valley on the field. It's pretty nice. Allure, you know, staple. In this deck at least, you know, you have darks and you always draw into them. Traps now. 2 Rite of Spirit, 3 might be too much, or it'll be fine, you know, it depends on how you play. But for me, 2 is good. You know, it basically reborn for Gravekeepers while Necro Valley is out. I have 2 Compulse because, like I said, this plus guard, it's an instant FU, and I clear my opponent's field. You know, they won't have monsters, assuming, you know, they don't have back rows, but still, I'll bounce the monster, they're synchro, and they're stuck with having to make a decision on what to do. 2 Bottomless staple, just in case they try to get over you. I run 1/7 Tools. I like it really good. You know, it's a really good card to stop Solemn after they paid half of their life points, or, you know, warning. It's just really good. Torrential is a staple. Trap Stun, whenever I do get a good play that I can start doing, you know, with the Gravekeepers, like tributing, summoning, you know, popping, I can always do this, stun their traps, and they won't be able to chain them. And then these 2 cards, Mirror Force and Solemn Warning. they're both staples, and then I can stop my opponent, you know, from trying to get over me with this, and stop him from hitting my recruiter if I don't want him to hit him, so I can bring out Descendant next turn. But yeah, that's the deck. So rate, subscribe, give me suggestions on what to put in, take out, and I'll take them, you know, I'll try to fix the deck up. So peace, and wait for my next video on Flame Veils. Just if you want me to make any other profiles, just hit me up. All right, peace, YouTube.